Hey everyone, it's Rabbi Greg here with our weekly sermon. I've put a lot of my effort into actually writing for my remarks I'm going to give tomorrow. And so tonight we'll have a discussion, although I will share a couple of thoughts. There is a lot of juicy stuff in this week's Torah portion, including the golden calf and the 13 attributes of mercy, also known as the midot of the divine. And then there's this odious suggestion that God will visit the sins of the father unto the children, unto the third or fourth generation. And those issues we are going to cover in tomorrow morning's Torah study. So I hope you will be able to join us. The Zoom link is in our weekly email. Now for tonight, I felt called to look at this week's Haftarah, which is from the book of Ezekiel. Now, the Haftarah, it is readings almost always from the prophets, and there is evidence from the time of the Second Temple and from the first century BCE that there were people meeting in synagogues, reading from the Torah and reading from the prophets. So this is a very, very, very old tradition of pairing a reading from prophets and a weekly Torah portion. So when I took a look to see what it was, my eyes almost popped out of my head because this week's Haftarah has one of my favorite lines from the prophets. So it says in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 26, and I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit into you. I will remove the heart of stone from your body and give you a heart of flesh. Now, there's one line of interpretation. In this whole context, the Israelite community has really been behaving badly and worshiping other gods and doing all kinds of bad stuff. But it says at some point the divine will take them back and will swap out our hearts so that we can start behaving better. Now, I have to say, this is a mainstream interpretation. A lot of Rashi, a lot of commentators talk about this. It's very clearly derived from the context. Um, but I'm not a fan because it negates free will. And if God can directly change how I act and how I show up in the world, then my ability to make choices is negligible. And honestly, I think that this idea that somehow God's going to solve our problems is a wishful fantasy. Gee, wouldn't it be nice if God could just come along and make me a better person? I understand that. And I think many of us would like to be better and to do better. But it's really the same as wishing that the divine would have made COVID go away or would have prevented the Holocaust. And that's just not how things work. And it's not helpful. Um, to change ourselves, it takes work. But I do love this metaphor of changing a stone heart into a heart of flesh. This has been a pretty difficult week for me. My father is very ill. We're at war with Iran. Our new baby kitten has an eye infection, and it's just been a busy, hectic time. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just sharing because I'm noticing that it is all, as it's all added up and one thing is piled onto another, my heart has started to get more stony. For example, I've been less patient, I've been a bit more grumpy, and I've been more prone to give in to the temptation to eat extra sugar. And this is not dissimilar from the kind of stone heart that Ezekiel is referring to, where a lot of the things that the Israelites, the Judeans were doing wrong was unrestrained impulses that were just leading to bad decisions and bad outcome. But I noticed the second way that my heart has been a bit more stony, and that I've been trying to kind of numb out some of the pain. Now, for a while, I avoid digging too deeply into the news because it can set me off. But it's been to a much greater degree this week. As Paul Simon wrote, I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I'm shielded in my armor, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one, and no one touches me. I am a rock. I am an island. And a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. Well, what the song doesn't say is that a rock feels no joy, and an island never laughs. But you can't get rid of the pain without getting rid of the opportunity to feel joy because being numb is being numb. If I want to feel joy at tomorrow's celebration, I have to feel the pain of the world as it is today. It's a balance, of course. We don't want to take on the weight of everything or let worry consume us. But trying to just stuff down grief doesn't work. And what I found is if I let myself really feel it, it changes and it becomes something that moves into the background. A heart of flesh is not a cure-all. It means that we inhabit ourselves being a whole person, living it all. I forget what writer said this, but living the whole human catastrophe. And while I don't believe that the divine will perform a miracle someday and swap out everyone's heart, the question we can discuss is what role the divine might play to help us keep our hearts more fleshy and less stony. I hope you'll agree that this line from Ezekiel is relevant for us today. Even this idea that stone heart is bad and flesh heart is good, it's thought provoking. Oops, and there goes my wine. I knew I should have finished that. Um, um, this idea is it's thought provoking, and it inspires me to look for incremental ways to strive for a heart of flesh. So, what do you think? If you're watching the recording, please answer in the comments below or send me a message. And if you have watched this far, please give this video a like so other people may see it as well. Now we're going to end this recording and have a discussion. And if you'd like to join us on Zoom, please head over to B'nai Torah, Colorado and join our email list. We would love to share our link with you and have you join us for our Zoom services. Shabbat Shalom.